HLN.
Former Fox News host Bill O'Reilly could eventually get the equivalent of a year's worth of his salary, $25 million, as his severance payout. O'Reilly was fired this week after Fox's parent company said it investigated a string of sexual harassment allegations against that host going back years. Now, with O'Reilly's hefty exit package, Fox News has now doled out an estimated $85 million in payouts related to sexual harassment allegations. Most of that money has been paid to the men accused. Video surfacing from back in 2004 gives us a bit of a glimpse of Bill O'Reilly's mindset. It shows O'Reilly discussing sexual harassment on his show and saying women use it as a threat against men.
I think that the sexual harassment thing is used as a club, as I said, by many women. All right? It's something they have against men, a threat to keep men at bay in a very competitive marketplace.
Let's bring in Tamara Holder. Tamara, of course, a host on Fox's show, Sport Court. And we know, Tamara, that you reached a settlement with Fox News in relation to a sexual assault case that you filed against another Fox executive, not Roger Ailes, not Bill O'Reilly. Interesting. You have to react to his comments there. You heard them, and I'm sure they brought some things to mind.
Yeah, I mean, where do we start? It's just unfortunate that in this in society today, women are still being called liars and that we're predators looking out for men who have money, and that's what we're doing, is that we're going after them because they have money and power and we don't. If you look at somebody like Bill Gates or Sean Hannity, I mean, two totally different sides of the political spectrum. These are men who haven't been accused of any sexual misconduct or harassment. So it's just a disgusting thing. But I think what the bigger issue is that we are seeing now that with the publication of Roger Ailes and Bill O'Reilly, and then my case further on down the ladder, the culture in these corporations where what they do is they pay off women to remain silent, and it's the cost of doing business. There have been a lot of talk about the advertisers and being the king of cable news and all of these things. So it's like if you're running a factory and somebody loses a finger, well, it's the cost of doing business. Or somebody says they slipped and fell, maybe they did or they didn't, you pay them off, it's the cost of doing business. And that's what it was apparently at the place where I worked.
I know that you did not report your own case of sexual assault right away because of fear of retribution, and I'm sure that tore you up quite a lot. I'm curious because you know the place from a much better perspective than many of us who may have just seen it from the outside and hearing the reports about what work life was like inside the halls of Fox. But I'm curious about your thoughts. With Ailes out, with O'Reilly out, do you think the culture will change at Fox?
All I can say is I hope. I wish that I could have been a part of seeing it change. I think that women who report incidents of harassment or sexual abuse shouldn't be driven out of the workplace. I think that it's an opportunity actually for them to stay and provide insight on how to change the culture.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
be part of the change.
That's not how. Yeah, that's not how they work. That's how a lot of corporations don't work, and businesses, and women are afraid because they want to keep their jobs. If you look at the stats, more women are in the workplace than ever before because women are now having the opportunity to just work. We want to put food on the table for our families. I think that the Murdochs need to look at not just the most powerful kings like Ailes and O'Reilly, but the people who protected them, the people who participated in the settlements with these women and made them be quiet. And if they want to really clean house, it's not just getting rid of the main tumor, it's getting rid of the smaller cancer cells as well.
Absolutely. Tamara Holder, I know this is a dark chapter in your life, and I know it's difficult to talk about. I'm proud of you for doing so, and I appreciate you joining me on the program to talk about it, darling. Thank you. All right, let's get you caught up on the headline.